Hello Bakugan Brawlers! Today I'll be showcasing the awesome Bakugan Bakutech Sanzu deck. I got this deck all the way back in July 2016 and for a very cheap price compared to what it's worth nowadays. Also, my Sanzu Hollow Boss is the gold version, which is exactly similar to the regular one, only being the gold metal parts and having 710 Gs instead of 700 Gs. I gave the silver version to a friend since I already got this gold version back in 2014 separately. So without further ado, let's get straight into the video. A quick fact: an early name for Sanzu deck was Formidable Enemy Deck, but this was later changed to what we know it by now, which it is Sanzu deck. So this is the packaging, a very typical Bakutechgachi deck packaging. So you can see here is written Sanzu deck with the Sanzu symbol. You will be seeing this symbol all over the ability cards and gate cards on the top right corner. Over here is Zakuru, one of the characters in the Bakutech series, and he's the one who uses the 3 Bakugan. This is the side of the packaging, and the other side which shows all the Bakugan. This is the back picture. All of them are convert system, and here are some more images showing also 3 of the gate cards and 6 ability cards. So first up we have here Darkest Sanzu Hollow Boss. This is one of Zakuru's main Bakugan that was used during the Bakutechgachi series. So in the closed form you can see it's very beautiful Bakugan, and it's a pretty heavy Bakugan too, and it has 5 convert parts, 2 being its soul and the other 3 being the cross parts. So this is the ball form. You can see on the side of the heads, you can see there's one green marking and one over here red marking, and there is the symbol for the Sanzu deck, a very nice and unique design that was added to it, the bottom part. And that's all for the ball form for Sanzu Hollow Boss. And Sanzu Hollow Boss in the open form reveals a huge horn and 3 heads, similar to the other Hydra Bakugan that was released in the past. And this Bakugan has a lot of manual parts, the first being the back tail, 2 extra extensions on the top of his arms, his claws on both sides, the small horns on the side of the heads, and his bottom feet. So this is Sanzu Hollow Boss in the fully open form. What a unit of a Bakugan. Like I said earlier, this is a B3 Bakugan, and this is the gold version, not the silver one. I've explained it already earlier. So over here it shows 710 Gs, and other than that he has a lot of intricate designs. You can see that their jaws for each of the head are movable, which are loose but movable. So it's really nice touch to add. And some more in-depth detail, you can see that the side of the eyes are green, but the main head is red. The tip of the tail is also designed in a nice way. And the convert part, like I said earlier, there's 5. And you can see the soul part has this very nice design, and the cross part has this nice design to it also. And to close Sanzu Hollow Boss, we will first fold in the manual parts. So first of all, I would close the main head and then the side heads together. Make sure to hold them all together, and then close both of its hands. Make sure this horn is stayed in. Lastly, the tail, and there you go, Sanzu Hollow Boss in the closed form. And now on to Subterra Ken Panzer. This is the second and final evolution of the Panzer line, the first being Grand Panzer and then Ken Panzer. And this Bakugan was first named Tank before changing it to Ken Panzer. So in the ball form, without looking the attribute symbol, someone would guess this would be like a Ventus Bakugan. But with a lot of Bakutech Bakugan, they would do this coloring for the Subterra attribute. So it is Subterra with a dark green coloring. A very simple outer ball design with a orange stripe going around its ball form. In the open form, Ken Panzer does not have any manual parts, but it does feature 2 of the convert part, being the cross part, one on the front over here which can be replaced, and one on the back as well. And other than that, Ken Panzer really shows that this is like a tank Bakugan. a very armored piece of Bakugan. You can see all the texturing around it like a cannon. And it has 620 Gs. To close Ken Panzer, I would first put this front part in, push his back down, and then put his head and these two extensions back. Make sure hold all of them together. Close one side and the other side. There you go, Ken Panzer in the ball form. And now with the last Bakugan in the Sanzu deck, we have over here Aqua's Co-Tanker, and it is the only Bakutech Bakugan where the cross parts lack any detail and design, giving it a smooth finish. And this is one of the most notable part about Co-Tanker, is that it is known to be a very smooth and polished Bakugan, like you can see over here. Co-Tanker was firstly named Alien before changing it back to what we know it to be now. So this is Co-Tanker in the open form, the only manual parts being its two horns, you could say, or extensions on the top of his shoulder. And other than that, this is Co-Tanker in his fully open form. And this is also a convert part, both of the parts being the cross parts on its arm. And you can see that it is a very smooth design, no texture, nothing, and a very smooth. And Co-Tanker is pretty much similar to Ken Panzer, being like a tank mechanical Bakugan with lasers or cannons around its body, a very tactical type of Bakugan. And it also has 620 Gs. The cool thing about Ken Panzer is that it is a really good Bakugan for standing space, as it can open in a very tight place, giving you good advantage to use him for winning gate cards by doing double stands. To close Co-Tanker, fold the manual parts, fold in his legs, you could say, fold in his top part of his body and his head together, and the same time push in his tail so they would all collapse in together. And the last part, by holding it all together, fold in both of the arms, and there you go, Co-Tanker in its ball form. And now onto the 3 gate cards that comes in this deck. The first gate card I would go with is the Copper Gate card, and just I want to let you know beforehand that all of these cards are translated using the Google Translation app. So this is the first Copper Gate card. As you can see, it shows the Sanzu deck symbol. It's shown on all of the gate cards and ability cards in this deck, and this gate card displays Sanzu Hollow Boss with 2 ability cards around it, and it gives a bonus of 20 for Aquas, Subterra, and Darkest, Aquas being the highlighted gate bonus, and 0 for Pyrus, Chaos, and Ventus. The rule states that the player who sets this gate card chooses 1 ability card from their opponent's unused pile and move it to their used pile. The Silver Gate card displays Ken Panzer and Co-Tanker, and it gives 200 for Aquas, Subterra, and Darkest, Subterra being the highlighted gate bonus, 0 for Pyrus, Chaos, and Ventus. And now on to the last gate card, which is the Gold Gate card. It displays all of the Sanzu deck, and the rule states that Sanzu deck Bakugan gets the gate bonus twice. So 100 for Aquas, Subterra, and Darkest, Darkest being the highlighted gate bonus, 0 for Pyrus, Chaos, and Ventus. And now on to the 6 ability cards that comes in this deck. We'll first go with the 2 blue ability cards. The first one showing Co-Tanker on it, and it gives a bonus of 100 for Aquas, Subterra, and Darkest. The rule says, play during a battle with a Aquas, Subterra, or Darkest Bakugan, add G-Power based on its attribute. In addition, move 1 ability card from your enemy's unused pile to their used pile. The next blue ability card displays a picture of Co-Tanker, and it gives 120 for Aquas, and for some reason Chaos, not Subterra, 120, and Darkest 120. The rule is pretty much similar to the other blue ability, but it says play during a battle with a Aquas, Chaos, or Darkest Bakugan, add G-Power based on its attribute. In addition, move 1 ability card from your enemy's unused pile to their used pile. And now onto the green ability card. The first one displays Grand Panzer and Ken Panzer together. The rule says play during a battle with a Grand Panzer or Ken Panzer. Your Bakugan gets plus 200 Gs. In addition, select 1 ability card from your opponent's unused pile and move it to their used pile. The next green ability card displays a picture of Sanzu Hollow Boss, and it says play after you lose a battle with a Sanzu deck Bakugan. Move 1 ability card from your opponent's unused pile and move it to their used pile. And now on to the last 2 ability cards, being the red ability. The first, it displays a picture of Sanzu Hollow Boss in its ball form and all the 5 convert metal parts. The rule says play before you roll Sanzu Hollow Boss, Co-Tanker or Ken Panzer. If you perform a critical KO, you may remove one of your opponent's ability cards. And the other ability card shows a picture of Sanzu Hollow Boss in its ball form and open form, and it says play before you roll Sanzu deck. If you stand on an empty gate card, you may choose one of your closed opponent Bakugan to battle. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to leave a like, subscribe and share for more awesome Bakugan content. See you in the next Bakugan video.